What happens after death? Where do we go? What do we feel when we die? Why are we afraid of death? What reasons do we have to fear it? Is there anything beyond death? Will we be judged? Or is death the ultimate end? I appreciate your company and kindly ask that you subscribe and hit the like button at the end of the video if you enjoyed it, as this is how you can support the channel. Thank you very much. Death is a certainty, feared by many of us, and something we cannot escape. It's a concern we've had since childhood. The answers adults give don't always bring comfort because, in matters of spirituality, we are all still children, unable to silence our own questions and apprehensions. What really happens after death? Many treat this subject as a taboo, knocking on wood and preferring not to think about or discuss it. They simply try to move on with life, attempting to forget that the fate of all living things with organic life is to one day die. Regarding what happens after death, there are various concepts and theories. Different religions, based on their beliefs, try to explain to their followers what happens after death. However, each person, while hearing these religious concepts, has their own ideas, a result of their own thoughts and intuitions. What is the truth? Who can explain what really happens after death? Will we sleep until the day of judgment? Will we wait for the day of resurrection for our bodies to be restored and return to life? Or is death just a transformation, where only the physical body dies, but our essence survives? We can contemplate answers to these questions in another video. In this one, I want to emphasize what almost all religious concepts agree on, that death is not the end of everything. And why focus on this point? The way each person creates their conception of life after death is personal and subject to healthy criticism. However, the notion that death is indeed the end must be rejected. The materialistic concept that death is the end can bring various harms to the individual. The first harm, the anxiety of awaiting the day when we reach the end, when a light goes out, and the present no longer exists. Thinking this way turns life into an agonizing countdown, pointing towards the end of everything, with the announced tragedy of being permanently separated from all those we love. The second harm, the materialistic concept of life might hinder the desire to learn, study, and acquire new knowledge since everything will be lost with death. The third harm, doing good and self-sacrifice for others. Dedicating time and effort to help others grow may seem like a waste of time. With death being an unpredictable end, a selfish sentiment may prevail, as it would be more rational for each individual to pursue their own desires, those fleeting, carnal desires that trigger momentary emotions. Renouncing one's time for the sake of others may not seem like a good idea. With death being an unpredictable end, is it worth spending so much time on anything that doesn't have an immediate reward for ourselves? On the other hand, belief in the continuity of life, besides being a great relief and comfort to those who fear death, will be an incentive to do good. The concept of the longevity of our existence creates the perspective that we should always strive to improve ourselves every day because we have eternity ahead. We should accumulate friends and knowledge. Material possessions, accumulated wealth, will be left behind. For the afterlife, our acquired experiences will continue with us, and we will continue to accumulate learning and share it with those we have shared our lives with. Therefore, let's spend less time trying to imagine what will happen after death and dedicate ourselves to always doing the best we can in the present, as our actions now will determine the success of our future, which will be inexhaustible. We were created by God not to have an end, and love and fraternity are the foundations of His law. Now, I want to hear your opinion. Do you think death is the end of everything, or is life abundant and inexhaustible? Thank you for staying until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button to help spread good words and positive energy. I hope to see you in the next video, God willing.